This is Montana This Morning.
An eventful Valentine's Day morning for folks here in Boseman living off East Story Street. I'm Jolie Slee, and I'll tell you about a standoff that happened here at this house, which resulted in over a dozen people being detained.
And a former Boseman resident was killed in the line of duty as a Wyoming police officer on Tuesday. The brother of that officer talks to us about the former Boseman High grad. What he remembers is coming up. Alrighty, it is 6:31 on this Thursday morning. It's chilly Thursday morning. I'm trying not to get distracted, but on the weather patio,
just watching it. Yeah,
if you could only see it. I mean, that wind is just whipping through.
It is whipping around. I was looking at the rundown here. I'm still slated to go out to the patio.
Yeah.
Our producer didn't change that.
Oh, that's funny. I gotta go talk to them.
Yeah, go talk to her. Temperatures this morning are pretty chilly. Visibility is definitely down. We're seeing most of our temperatures in the teens. Under 2 mile visibility for most of the areas. Some of that visibility has gotten a little better. This is a look at 191 at Karst. You can see traffic continues to flow, but we're dealing with scattered snow showers as we're starting the early part of the morning. It looks like our forecast is calling for some chilly temperatures today into the teens, blowing and drifting snow. Most of our temperatures are into the teens and low 20s through the afternoon, but definitely looking at a slow drive this morning. I'm going to talk about snow amounts and road conditions from the weather patio coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, thank you very much, Matt. Well, yesterday was an eventful Valentine's Day for people living off East Story Street in Boseman. MTN's Julie Slee tells us about a standoff and a neighbor who watched it all go down from her window.
Never in a million years would I expect to see something like that. It's a movie thing, not a local neighborhood thing.
Early on Valentine's Day morning, before the sun was even up, Jennifer Bilbo was startled to hear police sirens wailing down the streets.
And we were like, oh my gosh, what's going on?
Bilbo watched from her window as law enforcement flooded the street.
And we saw cops everywhere, and then of course they were headed to that house. Let's see, there they go.
She watched as over 12 suspects were detained. According to Boseman PD, these people were then questioned about an attempted homicide that took place over the weekend. Boseman PD and Gallatin County Special Response Team responded to the area as they attempted to locate these suspects.
Their Bearcat was here. They were using, loudspeakers and all of that to try and coax them out of the house.
Longfellow School was placed on lockdown temporarily, but was lifted in the afternoon. Boseman PD say there was no specific threat to the school or students. I visited the scene earlier today where law enforcement were still walking in and out of the house, continuing their investigation.
They all had guns drawn. It was kind of a scary situation.
But even so, Bilbo says this doesn't make her weary of her neighborhood.
I'll be okay. I'll be okay.
Wednesday afternoon, 2 men were charged with deliberate homicide and booked into the county jail. Antez Gonzalez and Santiago Veri. In Boseman, Jolie Slee, MTN News.
And authorities are now saying that the man suspected of shooting and killing a Sheridan police officer was shot and killed by police Wednesday evening following a 30-hour standoff. The investigation into the shooting death of Sheridan police officer Nevada Kinky continues, with the community trying to make sense of the tragedy. MTN's Charlie Kleps is in Sheridan with more on how the community is coping.
It's a tragic day here in Sheridan as the community mourns the loss of one of their own. This memorial was created at the police station using the officer's old vehicle. They've also left flowers, teddy bears, balloons, whatever they could to pay their respect. The tributes were dropped off in bunches.
Anyone that knew him, especially those of us that grew up together with him, he was like a brother to us.
Some brought flowers, others letters and notes, as friends both here and afar mourn the death of Nevada Kinky.
It was just devastating because he was such a great guy in high school.
Just spending time with him was just always a blast. I should cherish those memories the rest of my life.
Kinky grew up in Boseman, and his friends and former classmates are also struggling to comprehend the death of their longtime friend.
He was just a nice guy. He knew when to be funny. He knew when, to be serious.
I don't know what I would have been like if I had never met him. before, and how high school would have probably been completely different. So it's just having like almost like a role model just taken away from you.
Those friends, thinking about the good times, are left with the comfort that he ended up serving his country in multiple ways. They say Nevada wanted to join the Army starting in middle school.
It's no shock that he went into the police field, and he always had that servant's heart.
He was kind of the leader. He was always, pretty protective of his friends and stuff like that, so it definitely made sense.
And while they are all mourning the loss of their friend, they say there's comfort knowing he died doing what he loved.
I know he's that kind of personality that would lay his life down for a stranger, and he lived that out through the Army and then serving the general public.
A man remembered by friends and colleagues for his dedication to serving others up until the very end. In Sheridan, Charlie Kleps, MTN News.
And as we previously reported, Officer Kinky was from Boseman, and our Cassidy Powers spoke with his brother.
I don't know, can't think what to say right now.
Jeremy Shea speaks through tears as he remembers his half-brother, Nevada Kinky, killed Tuesday in the line of duty.
Yeah, he was a great guy. Always wanting to serve.
Jeremy and Nevada grew up in Boseman, where Jeremy still lives. He spoke to us over the phone about his baby brother's death. He is 18 years older than Nevada.
Sorry,
You've really watched him grow up, sounds like.
Yeah. When he was, I think he was 4 when we got married, and so he was in our wedding. I remember he came out with my grandparents and fell out of the camper and got a big gash in his head, so he had stitches for our wedding.
Jeremy also mentioned that as kids living in Boseman,
He didn't live far down the road from us, and him and his sister would always come over, play rock band.
Nevada graduated from Boseman High School in 2009. Jeremy says Nevada always knew he wanted to serve and help people. He joined the Army and was deployed to Afghanistan, where part of his job was to protect children walking to and from school. After his time in the Army,
He came back to Boseman to figure out what he wanted to do, and he wanted to be a police officer. All he wanted to do was serve and help people.
Nevada joined the Sheridan Police Department in 2017 and was promoted to corporal in 2018. He became sergeant in April of 2022. Jeremy says when Nevada wasn't working to help people, he loved playing video games, being a shooting instructor for fellow officers, and most of all,
He loved his dogs. He had several dogs, and then plus his wife she was on the force, so she had a couple dogs plus the canine. So they love their dogs.
Nevada leaves behind his wife Carla, who also works for the Sheridan Police Department, their baby girl, as well as a huge family that loved and cared for him. Jeremy says even though Nevada knew his job was dangerous, there was nothing else he'd rather be doing.
He loved his family, but he loved his job.
In Boseman, Cassidy Powers, MTN News.
And major changes are coming to hundreds of America's airports this morning, with the Department of Transportation announcing new funding grants to over 100 airports across 44 states. Our Josine George with a look at where the money is coming from and how quickly the projects may improve your flying experience.
America's airports have a tall task. Every day there are around 45,000 commercial flights, and while airlines and regulators oversee airplanes, the airports are in most cases the responsibility of a local government or government entity. While some airports can feel modern, many others can feel like it's 1990. And that's where a key funding announcement from the White House comes in Thursday, involving the bipartisan infrastructure law, which became law back in 2021 thanks to Republican and Democratic support. The legislation specifically gives billions for airport upgrades each year.
Includes a lot of what you might call front of house improvements, ones that you see and feel when you get ready to fly.
One of the biggest announcements Thursday involves Phoenix and Sky Harbor International. $36 million will help improve 30-year-old piping and update cooling towers to save water and improve air conditioning. Salt Lake City is getting $20 million to add 16 new gates so more flights can happen. In Denver, $26 million will go to improve baggage handling to get your luggage perhaps a bit faster. In Colorado Springs, $6 million will help modernize the concourse, including new bathrooms. Tulsa, Oklahoma is getting over over $12 million to upgrade the air traffic control tower in Baltimore. BWI is getting over $14 million to improve boarding bridges. In Norfolk, Virginia, $6 million will help build a new inspection building. Nashville is getting $5 million to widen lanes around the airport and improve traffic. West Palm Beach, $7 million to help a concourse expansion project for 13 gates. We asked Secretary of Transportation Pete Buttigieg how long it will take for some of these projects to be completed.
Good news is these are often projects that can be done without a full environmental impact statement, which is the most lengthy form of permitting. We're very focused not just on making grand announcements, but on guiding these projects through to completion.
Large airports aren't the only ones getting money. For instance, in Northeast Ohio, the main airport, Hopkins International, is getting $4.8 million to improve public transit to and from the airport. The smaller airport, 35 minutes away, Lake County Executive, is getting $2.6 million to replace a 37-year-old trailer with an actual terminal building. Of course, the timing of when these airport upgrades will be complete in 114 different sites is very much up to each airport. Some projects could be done by next year's spring break, while others could take years. Joe St. George, Scripps News, Washington.
All right, we're going to take a short break here in Montana this morning, but when we come back, well, it's a predator that we don't have to worry about in Montana, but it's one that garners attention in headlines and in major motion pictures, that of course being sharks. And once again, they're taking center stage in the news.
An increase in the number of shark bites across the world. I'm Chris Conti with a closer look at what scientists believe may be behind the trend and what it means for swimmers and people who love the ocean.